Hey guys, welcome back in another session of Champion Competitor. Today we are going to talk about Supreme Court according to the MCQ based examinations. Let's start. First of all, we talk about some basics of Supreme Court. The Indian Constitution has established an integrated judicial system with the Supreme Court at the top and High Court below it. So in India we have integrated judicial system. So in examination they ask what does integrated judicial system means. Whether it means that the three organization of the country, that is legislative, executive and the judiciary, they are interconnected, or it means that Supreme Court is at the top rank and then followed by high courts and then followed by the subordinate courts. So you have to tick that integrated judicial system means Supreme Court at the top. That means this hierarchical system in which Supreme Court is at the top, followed by High Court, and then they are followed by their subordinate court like district court and other lower courts. Okay, so integrated judicial system means this. This single system of court adopted by the Government of India Act 1935 enforces both central law as well as the state law. And then this system of integrated judicial system which we have is inspired from Government of India Act 1935. This is also asked several times in the examination, that from where this has been taken. So it has been taken from Government of India Act 1935, and this integrated judicial system, it enforces both central law as well as the state law. If you look at the American judiciary system, there the federal laws are enforced by the federal court, whereas the state laws are enforced by the state laws. So there are different judicial system for the federal and the state level, but in India we have a single system of court which enforces both the central laws as well as the state laws. The Supreme Court of India was inaugurated on January 28, 1950. This could also be asked several times. They ask the chronology, the time. Okay, so if you know, you can arrange in chronology form or you can directly give the answer. January 28, 1950. The Supreme Court was replaced by British Privy Council. So earlier, means pre-independence, there is a court of there is system of court which is called British Privy Council, which is equivalent to the Supreme Court. Okay, so our Supreme Court has replaced the British Privy Council. At that time the highest court of appeal used to be British Privy Council, and now post independence the highest court of appeal is Supreme Court. So this can also be framed in a question. Then which part of the Constitution and which articles talk about the Supreme Court? Part 5th of the Constitution and Article 124 to 147 talks about the organization, independence, jurisdiction, powers, procedures and so on of the Supreme Court. So whatever organization, procedures, power, procedure, all these things are talked in part 5 in Article 124 to 147. So part 5 deals with the Supreme Court of India, and simultaneously Parliament is also authorized to regulate them. In upcoming slides we are going to see how Parliament is authorized to regulate them. Okay, now let's move on to the organization of Supreme Court, how it is basically organized. At present, the Supreme Court consists of 31 judges. Now here you can easily see and remember that in the Supreme Court, the head judge is known as Chief Justice, and under the Chief Justice there are other 30 judges. So in total there are 31 judges in Supreme Court. This followed the enactment of, okay, this is not important, you can read it if you really want so, but the take home message in this slide is this, that there are 31 judges in Supreme Court, 1 Chief Justice and 30 other judges, and this is by February 2009 notification. Earlier there used to be smaller number of judges. Okay, now यहाँ पे important क्या है? In the previous slide I've told you that the Parliament is also authorized to regulate the Supreme Court. So in this slide you can see that from time to time Parliament passes some resolution and increases the number of judges in Supreme Court. So you can see the Parliament has increased the number of other judges in 1956, in 1960, in 1977, in 1986, and then in 2009. That means from time to time they keep on increasing the number of judges in the Supreme Court. So number of judges, first thing, that number of judges, they are controlled by the Parliament. How many number of judges would be there, that would be decided by the Parliament. Okay. Okay, so now let's start the theory of judges. First let's talk about the appointment procedure of judges. Who appoint the judges of Supreme Court? I have already talked in the President slide that President of India is authorized to appoint Supreme Court judges. So the judges of Supreme Court are appointed by President. Once the Chief Justice is appointed by President, then other judges, I have told you there are 31 judges, in which 1 is the Chief Justice and 30 are the other judges. So once the Chief Justice is appointed by the President, in consultation with the Chief Justice, the President is going to appoint other 30 judges. Okay, so there would be a consultation between the two, and then the rest of the judges will be appointed. The other judges are appointed by President after consultation with the Chief Justice and such other judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court as he deems necessary, and who he thinks should be these 30, they will be the judges. The consultation of the Chief Justice is obligatory in the case of appointment of judges other than Chief Justice, and this consultation is not just advisory thing, it's an obligatory thing, it's a binding on President that whosoever Chief Justice, let's say if this person is Chief Justice and this is our President, then the whosoever the Chief Justice will recommend to the President, only that person will be among these 30. Okay, now this slide is very important because it talks about the first judge case, second judge case and third judge case. Okay, because they are actually the controversies over the consultation. Okay, now first of all let's see here. Please concentrate on this line, the consultation. Okay, The other judges are appointed by the president after consultation with the chief justice. Now over this point, what does consultation means? Several controversies has been arrived. So let's see these controversies over this word consultation. The Supreme Court has given different interpretation for the word consultation in the above provision. In the first judge case, which occurred in 1982, the court held that consultation does not means concurrence and it only implies exchange of views. Okay, so in first judge case, the judge of Supreme Court, they interpret that this word consultation means just the exchange of views. That means अगर चीफ जस्टिस प्रेसिडेंट को कुछ जजेस के नेम नॉमिनेट करता है कि ये लोग जो हैं दे आर suitable for this post, then this is only a kind of advice from the chief justice. Okay, if president want, he cannot follow it as well. Okay, वो चाहे तो उसको follow भी ना करे, तो वो एक तरीके की बस exchange of ideas, exchange of views हैं, वो जरूरी नहीं है कि उसे वो follow करे president. Then subsequently in second judge case in 1993, the court reversed its earlier ruling and changed the meaning of word consultation to concurrence. Okay, now this word changed from consultation to concurrence. That means the advice tendered by the Chief Justice of India will be a binding on President in matter of appointment of judges of the Supreme Court. That means whosoever he will nominate or he will recommend to the President is going to be the judge of Supreme Court. But the Chief Justice would tender his advice on the matter after consulting with two of his senior most colleagues. But ये जो consultation है जो उसको President को देना है Chief Justice को, वो self recommendation नहीं होना चाहिए, यानी कि वो सिर्फ उसे जो लगे कि are applicable सिर्फ उनका recommendation नहीं होना चाहिए. First of all, he should consult with the other two senior most judges of Supreme Court, and then consultation के बाद एक list वो तैयार करेंगे, and then they will give that list to the President, and then President has to meet them, the judges of Supreme Court. But that would be a binding. Then came the third judge case, 1998. The court opined that the consultation process to be adopted by the Chief Justice of India require consultation of plurality judges. The sole opinion of the Chief Justice of India does not constitute the consultation process. He should consult a collegium of 4 senior most judges of the Supreme Court, and even if 2 judges given adverse opinion, he should not send the recommendation to the government. The court held that the recommendation made by Chief Justice of India without complying with the norms requirement of consultation process are not binding on the government. Now, in third judge case, फिर से consultation का एक नया meaning आया. Here consultation का मतलब ये निकला कि Chief Justice of India को सिर्फ अब 2 senior most colleague के साथ ही discussion करके वो जो भी लोग जो भी judges के nominations हैं उनको appoint नहीं करवाना है. एक collegium of senior most judge बनेगा, जिस collegium में 4 senior most judges होंगे. That means the collegium will be 4 senior most judges plus Chief Justice of India. And then अब क्या होगा, वो कोलिजियम बैठेगा, वो सब अपने अपने जो उनको लगता है कि these persons are eligible to be the judge of Supreme Court, they will give their name, and then on all those name voting will be done, and whosoever will have the majority vote, uska name will be given to the president, and then president will made those candidates the judge of Supreme Court. Okay, now he should not send, okay, this I have told you, and the recommendation which is made by Chief Justice, or agar suppose Chief Justice without the consent or without the this procedure of collegium के डिस्कशन के बिना अगर चीफ जस्टिस कोई रिकमेंडेशन गवर्नमेंट को देता है, देन दैट रिकमेंडेशन will not be a binding on the government. Then उस कंडीशन में वो बाइंडिंग नहीं, अगर गवर्नमेंट चाहे तो उनको ना बनाए. ओके, सो दीज 3 केसेस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. फर्स्ट जज केस. ओके, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी शुड नो कि पूरा जो कंट्रोवर्सी है वो एक वर्ड कंसल्टेशन के ऊपर बेस्ड है. इन तीनों केसेस में हर बार इस वर्ड कंसल्टेशन को एक न्यू मीनिंग दिया गया. सबसे पहले बोला कि कंसल्टेशन डजंट मीन कॉन्करेंस, इट मीन्स जस्ट द एक्सचेंज ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन. इन सेकेंड judge case, it was held that consultation means concurrence and it is the binding on president, and this consultation will be with other 2 senior most colleagues of chief justice. In third judge case, it was opined that there would be a collegium of 4 senior most judge, and then they will vote out. Okay, and those which are selected will that recommendation will be handed over to the government, and if chief justice do not give the recommendation without the consent of this collegium, in that condition those recommendations are not binding on the government. Clear enough? तो अभी right now जो status है सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजेस को सिलेक्ट करने का, वो ये collegium system है. ओके, इसके पहले अभी आपने बीच में केस सुना होगा नंजाक वाला, बट दैट हैज बीन अगेन रिमूव्ड बिकॉज इट इज अगेंस्ट द बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. तो स्टिल अभी भी ये कोलिजियम सिस्टम ही एप्लीकेबल है. अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ चीफ जस्टिस. हाउ चीफ जस्टिस इज बेसिकली अपॉइंटेड. फ्रॉम 1950 to 1973 the practice has been to appoint the senior most judge of the Supreme Court as the chief justice. क्या होता था पहले कि जो भी सीनियर मोस्ट जज होता था सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, उसको जब फॉर्मर चीफ जस्टिस रिटायर होते थे उसको चीफ जस्टिस बना दिया जाता था. बट ये जो कंडीशन थी आफ्टर 72 यू कैन से इट स्टार्ट वायलेटिंग. क्या हो गया, 1973 में A.N. Ray, he was appointed as the Chief Justice of India by superseding 3 senior most judge. Again 1977 में M.U. Beg was appointed as Chief Justice of India by superseding the then senior most judge. Okay, so this means इस कंडीशन का बार बार वायलेशन होने की वजह से फिर क्या हुआ, This discretion of the government was curtailed by the Supreme Court in second judge case. अभी जो हमने ये जज केस देखे हैं तो सिर्फ ये नहीं था कि इन फर्स्ट जज केस, सेकंड जज केस, थर्ड जज केस में सिर्फ यही चीज हुआ था, एडिशनल भी कुछ कुछ हुआ था. तो ये जो सेकंड जज केस था उस टाइम में 1993 में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने रूल बनाया कि अब से जो सीनियर मोस्ट जज होगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, सिर्फ उसको ही और एक्सक्लूसिवली उसको ही अपॉइंट किया जाएगा फॉर द ऑफिस ऑफ चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया. तो यानी कि इस स्लाइड में टेक होम मैसेज क्या है? अगर क्वेश्चन आता है हु इज अपॉइंटेड एज द चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया, देन योर आंसर शुड बी द सीनियर मोस्ट जज ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट. ओके. Then what are the qualification required to be a judge of Supreme Court? A person to be appointed as the judge of Supreme Court should have following qualification. First of all, he should be a citizen of India. Second, he should have been a judge of High Court or High Court in succession for 5 years. He should have been an advocate of High Court or High Court in succession for 10 years, or he should be a distinguished jurist in the opinion of the president. Okay, so 3 qualification चाहिए. First, या तो हाई कोर्ट का जज हो 5 years के लिए, या फिर हाई कोर्ट की एडवोकेट रहे हो 10 years के लिए, या फिर आप एक कोई डिस्टिंग्विश्ड जूरिस्ट है, यानी कि आपको ज्यूरिसडिक्शन की एकदम डीप नॉलेज है, आप बहुत ही मतलब कि सब कुछ एकदम ज्ञाता टाइप हैं, और ये प्रेसिडेंट को लगना चाहिए, आपके लगने से नहीं होना चाहिए, प्रेसिडेंट को ये ओपिनियन होना चाहिए, तो आपको सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जज बना सकते हैं. From the above, it is clear that the Constitution has not prescribed the minimum age for appointment of judge Supreme Court. So this is very important line because MCQ question पूछा जाता है what is the minimum age for appointment of judge, and there for confusion they give you certain age like 30, 35, 65, and then they say no such thing. बच्चे क्या करते हैं, कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज प्राइम मिनिस्टर, गवर्नर, इन सबके लिए एज प्रिस्क्राइब है 30, तो क्या करेंगे वो 30 पे मार्क कराते हैं. बट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में जज की क्वालिफिकेशन के लिए कोई मिनिमम एज असाइन नहीं है. ओके, ये क्राइटेरिया अगर आप फुलफिल करते हैं, whatsoever your age is, but it should not be beyond 65. Okay, then you will be appointed as, you can be appointed as the judge of Supreme Court. Then the tenure of judge, that means for what time they will be the judge of Supreme Court. Again, Constitution has not fixed the tenure of judge of the Supreme Court. जैसे कोई मिनिमम एज भी फिक्स नहीं की है, इसी टाइप से कोई उनका कब तक वो काम करेंगे ये भी असाइन नहीं है. बट कुछ 3 फॉलोइंग प्रोविजंस गिवन है, दैट ही होल्ड ऑफिस अंटिल ही अटेन द एज ऑफ 65. ओके, अब यहाँ पे आपको 65 याद रखना है, क्योंकि कई कंडीशंस में क्या होता है, एज 65 होती है, और कई कंडीशंस में मैक्सिमम एज 62 होती है. तो बच्चे कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, यहाँ पे वो 62 को मार्क कराते हैं. तो प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट द मैक्सिमम एज फॉर to hold the office of as the judge of Supreme Court is 65. And any question regarding this age is to be determined in such authority and in such manner as provided by Parliament. So again, recap the first slide where I have told you that Supreme Court का जो भी पूरा procedure है वो Part 5 of Constitution Article 125 to 147 में given है, प्लस पार्लियामेंट वहां पे रूल्स बना सकती है. तो पहला रूल मैंने आपको पार्लियामेंट का दिखाया था. ये दूसरी कंडीशन है, जहां फर्स्ट तो क्या था कि नंबर ऑफ जजेस को वो डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं, और सेकंड क्या है, टेन्योर ऑफ जज को भी वो डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं कि किस टाइम तक कोई जज विल बी एक्ट एज द जज ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट. ओके, देन इफ द जज वांट टू रिजाइन, देन whom he will hand over the resignation letter. He will hand over his resignation letter to the president. So appointed by the president and give resignation letter to president. Then again they can be removed from their office by president on the recommendation of parliament. So third important role of parliament, they also recommend the president to remove a judge of Supreme Court. So first, अभी तक हमने क्या क्या देखा, कहाँ कहाँ पार्लियामेंट करती है, नंबर ऑफ जजेस को कंट्रोल कर सकती है, टाइम पीरियड किस टेन्योर तक वो काम करेंगे, और थर्ड जो हमने देखा उनका रिमूवल बाय रिकमेंडिंग टू द प्रेसिडेंट. Removal of judges. How a judge of Supreme Court is removed. This is very important because आगे आप देखेंगे that governor is removed like the judge of Supreme Court. Judge of High Court are removed in similar manner as the judge of Supreme Court. तो एक बार अगर ये आप देख लेंगे तो आपको उनको फिर रिवाइज करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. The judge of the Supreme Court can be removed from his office by an order of the president. Okay, एक तो नॉर्मल टेन्योर अगर पूरा होता है 65 years का, तो देन ऑब्वियसली ऑटोमेटिकली ही विल बी रिमूव्ड. बट उससे पहले हमने देखा था कि या तो रेजिग्नेशन देकर के उसका रिमूवल हो सकता है, या प्रेसिडेंट रिमूव कर सकते हैं ऑन दी रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ पार्लियामेंट. तो ये जो ऑर्डर है वो रिकमेंडेशन वाला ऑर्डर है. Now, President can issue the removal order only after the address by Parliament has been presented to him in the same session of such removal. और मैंने क्या बोला अभी कि order of the President by the recommendation of the Parliament. That means Parliament का जो भी procedure है वो पहले complete होना चाहिए. वो पूरा full fledged जो एक उनका प्रोसीजर है वो कंप्लीट होने के बाद वो रिकमेंडेशन लेकर के जाएंगे प्रेसिडेंट. सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज दैट प्रोसीजर. ओके, जो पार्लियामेंट में फॉलो किया जाता है. सबसे पहले द नंबर वन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज दैट कि लेट्स से आज पार्लियामेंट ने प्रेसिडेंट को रिकमेंड किया इन टुडेज सेशन. लेट्स से अभी विंटर सेशन चल रहा है. विंटर सेशन में प्रेसिडेंट को पार्लियामेंट ने बोला कि हम इस जज को रिमूव करवाना चाहते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ हिज मिसबिहेवियर एंड इनकेपेसिटी, और इनकेपेसिटी की वजह से इसे रिमूव कराना. तो विंटर सेशन में ही वो पूरा प्रोसीजर भी कंप्लीट होना चाहिए. ये नहीं है कि बात चली विंटर सेशन में, काम कर रहे हैं मॉनसून सेशन में, नहीं, विद इन दैट सेशन इट शुड बी कंप्लीटेड. देन द एड्रेस मस्ट बी सपोर्टेड बाय अ स्पेशल मेजॉरिटी ऑफ ईच हाउस ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट. That is the majority of total member of that house and the majority of not less than 2/3. Okay, and जो भी उसमें जो एड्रेस जब डालना है, the address is to remove the judge of Supreme Court. तो वो जो एड्रेस है उसको वोट स्पेशल मेजॉरिटी का वोट मिलना चाहिए. और स्पेशल मेजॉरिटी का वोट मतलब मेजॉरिटी ऑफ टोटल मेंबर ऑफ दैट हाउस एंड मेजॉरिटी नॉट लेस देन 2/3 ऑफ द मेंबर present and voting. Then on what ground a judge can be removed? He can be removed only on two conditions. First, if it has been proved that the judge is misbehaving. Or second, of his incapacity. He is not capable of giving right judgment or he is biased. अगर ऐसा कोई कंडीशन सामने आता है, only in that two condition, misbehavior और incapacity, तभी उस जज को रिमूव करा सकते हैं. The Judge Inquiry Act 1968 regulate the procedure relating to the removal of judge of the Supreme Court by the process of impeachment. जैसे प्रेसिडेंट का इम्पीचमेंट होता है, सिमिलरली जजेस का भी इम्पीचमेंट ही होता है. और ये किसके अंडर आता है? ये जज इंक्वायरी एक्ट 1968 के अंडर आता है. वो उसका पूरा प्रोसीजर जो है उसे रेगुलेट करता है. अब ये प्रोसीजर क्या है देखते हैं. लेट्स से द रिमूवल मोशन इज टेकन बाय द लोकसभा, देन दैट मोशन शुड बी pre-signed by the 100 members of the Lok Sabha. Okay, we have 545 का strength in Lok Sabha. Out of these 545, 100 members of the Lok Sabha should sign the motion. Only then that motion can be addressed in the Lok Sabha. And if it is in Rajya Sabha, then the number is 50 because Rajya Sabha में we have 245 मेंबर्स, तो उनका स्ट्रेंथ 50% 50 रखा है. Then that signed address by 100 or 50 depending on which house of the parliament the motion is taken, then that is given to speaker or the chairman. Obviously लोकसभा होगा तो स्पीकर को वो मोशन हैंड ओवर किया जाएगा, और अगर राज्यसभा होगा तो वो चेयरमैन को हैंड ओवर किया जाएगा. द स्पीकर चेयरमैन में एडमिट द मोशन और रिफ्यूज टू एडमिट इट. अब नाउ this is the choice of speaker or the chairman that they want to entertain that motion or they want to reject it. Okay, so that is the complete choice of speaker or the chairman. Now once the chairman or the speaker they admit the motion, the speaker will constitute a 3-member committee to investigate the charges. ठीक है, means among the member of the parliament they form he is going to choose 3 members and form a committee, and that committee is going to investigate the charges against that judge. Now इस कमिटी में कौन मेंबर होने चाहिए? The committee में फर्स्ट मेंबर शुड बी द चीफ जस्टिस और द जज ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट, चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ अ हाई कोर्ट एंड अ डिस्टिंग्विश्ड जूरिस्ट. ठीक है, जज ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट और चीफ जस्टिस. इफ लेट से अगर चीफ जस्टिस पर इम्पीचमेंट है तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट का कोई जज, और अगर किसी जज पर इम्पीचमेंट का प्रोसेस चल रहा है सुप्रीम कोर्ट के, देन ऑब्वियसली द चीफ जस्टिस. चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ अ हाई कोर्ट, एनी हाई कोर्ट, and a distinguished jurist who the speaker feels. Now if the committee find the judge to be guilty, now during the investigation it could happen that the committee can say that this judge is not guilty, then the proceedings will be over there. But if the committee find that the judge is guilty for the misbehavior or suffering from एन इनकेपेसिटी, ओके, ये जो दोनों ग्राउंड्स है अगर वो प्रूव कर देते हैं, द हाउस कैन टेक अप द कंसिडरेशन ऑफ द मोशन. ओके, नाउ आफ्टर द मोशन इज पास्ड बाय ईच हाउस ऑफ पार्लियामेंट बाय स्पेशल मेजॉरिटी, विच आई हैव ऑलरेडी टॉक्ड इन पॉइंट नंबर 3, एन एड्रेस इज presented to the president for the removal of the judge, and finally the president will pass the order removing the judge and the judge will be removed. In India so far no judge has been impeached. Then let's talk about what salary and allowances they get. The salary, allowances, privilege, leave and pension of the judge Supreme Court determined from time to time by Parliament. So if we add on here, first is the number of judges, second is the time or tenure of their work, the removal by recommending to the president, and fourth one is the salary and their allowances. That is also from time to time Parliament will decide. They cannot be varied with the disadvantage after their appointment except during the financial emergency. In 2009, the salary of Chief Justice was increased from 33,000 to 1 lakh per month, and that of judge from 30,000 to 90,000 per month. They are also paid supplementary allowance and provide with free accommodation and other facility like medical, car, telephone. The retired Chief Justice are entitled to 50% of their last drawn salary per month. Okay, in some MCQ I find they ask this type of factual things as well. I'm not taking it in detail, I've just mentioned it, so at your home you can read them. Now, who is a acting chief justice? Okay. Now, president. Who appoint an acting chief justice? President. President can appoint acting chief justice of the Supreme Court when the office of Chief Justice of India is vacant, when he is temporarily absent, or when the Chief Justice of India is unable to perform the duty of his office. Now, unable means कुछ भी हो सकता है, मे बी उसका कोई बाहर का कोई ट्रिप हो सकता है, या कोई और उसको काम हो जिस वजह से वो नहीं कर पा रहे, या फिर इल हेल्थ के अंडर भी हो सकता है, और वेकेंट और टेम्परेरी एब्सेंट की वजह से. तो टेम्परेरी एब्सेंट में भी ये आ सकता है. ओके. तो इन तीनों कंडीशन में प्रेसिडेंट विल अपॉइंट अ जज ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट. ओके. किसको चूज करेगा? कोई सुप्रीम कोर्ट में मैंने बताया आपको 30 जजेस प्लस 1, टोटल 31 जजेस होते हैं. तो अगर ये 1 एब्सेंट है बिकॉज ऑफ एनी रीजन, इन 30 में से किसी एक को भी चूज करके इसकी पोजीशन दी जाएगी. दैट इज टेम्पररी पोजीशन एंड दैट विल बी डन बाय द प्रेसिडेंट. ओके. इस फॉर्मूला से भी आप इसको याद रख सकते 31 और इस तरीके से. एडॉक जज, ये कौन होता है? नाउ व्हेन देयर इज अ लैक ऑफ क्वोरम of the permanent judges to hold or continue any session of the Supreme Court. First of all, that Supreme Court में कोई भी केस जब होता है तो एक जज नहीं बैठता है, quorum of judge बैठता है. And if that quorum is not complete, then कोई भी सेशन को एड्रेस नहीं किया जा सकता. In that condition, Chief Justice of India can appoint a judge of High Court as an ad hoc judge of the Supreme Court for temporary period. Okay. Now he can do so only after consultation with Chief Justice of the High Court concerned and with the previous consent of the President. और President तो पहले ही पूछ के रखना पड़ेगा उसे. The judge so appointed should be qualified for appointment as the judge of Supreme Court. अभी मैंने आपको इन subsequent slides आपको पहले बताया है, in previous slides, that there are certain qualification for to be a chief justice for being the judge of Supreme Court. 5 years का तक जज रहनी चाहिए किसी हाई कोर्ट में, 10 years तक के एडवोकेट रहने चाहिए, या फिर कोई डिस्टिंग्विश्ड जूरिस्ट रहे होने. तो वो सारी क्वालिफिकेशन में से कोई एक होना चाहिए. इट इज द ड्यूटी ऑफ जज so appointed to attend the sitting of Supreme Court in priority to other duties of his office. While so attending, he enjoy all the jurisdiction power privileges of a judge of Supreme Court. So, what is the take-home message in ad hoc judge? Who is an ad hoc judge? When the quorum is not made, a judge from any high court will be selected on the temporary basis to be the part of that quorum in the Supreme Court. Okay. Who appoint him? The Chief Justice of India appoint him. But he require the recommendation, or he should consult first the Chief Justice of that High Court from where he is picking that judge, and with the previous consent, and President should give his consent for that. Okay. Who is a retired judge? At any time, the Chief Justice of India can request a retired judge of Supreme Court. So, retired judge को भी कौन request करता है? Chief Justice of India. Or retired judge of a High Court to act as a judge of Supreme Court for a temporary period. And again, the retired judge thing is also a temporary thing. Ad hoc judge is a temporary thing. Acting judge is a temporary thing, and retired judge is again a temporary thing. He can do so only with the previous consent of President, and both in the retired judge and the ad hoc judge, a previous consent of president is required, and also the person who you want to appoint, he should also be ready for that. Now such a judge is entitled to all the allowances as the president may determine. He will also enjoy the jurisdiction, power, privilege of the judge of Supreme Court, but he will not otherwise be deemed with the. Otherwise, a retired judge cannot practice as a judge unless and until the Chief Justice is going to offer him to do the job, and that too for a temporary period. Seat of Supreme Court. Where should be the Supreme Court? Now, constitutionally, Delhi is declared as the seat of Supreme Court, but the Chief Justice of India is authorized to appoint other place or places for the seat of Supreme Court, as the seat of Supreme Court. But he can take the decision in this regard only with the approval of President. अब suppose अगर आज कोई चीफ जस्टिस उनको लगता है नहीं दिल्ली नहीं, लेट्स से लखनऊ होना चाहिए एज दी सीट ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट, जहाँ पे पूरा सुप्रीम कोर्ट का प्रेमिसेस सेटअप किया जाएगा, इन दैट कंडीशन ही विल फर्स्ट टेक द अप्रूवल फ्रॉम द प्रेसिडेंट. सेकेंडली, ये जो प्रोविजन है ये ऑप्शनल, अगर उसको लगता है, कोई कंपल्सरी नहीं है कि हर बार चीफ जस्टिस आएगा और उसको ये सीट ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट चेंज करना ही करना है, ऐसा नहीं है. जस्ट एक ऑप्शनल है कि अगर कोई एक ऐसा कंडीशन आता है कि सीट को शिफ्ट करना पड़े तो दिस मीन्स दैट नो कोर्ट कैन गिव एनी डायरेक्शन ईदर टू द प्रेसिडेंट और द चीफ जस्टिस टू अपॉइंट एनी अदर प्लेस एज द सीट ऑफ कोर्ट ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट. ओके, सो एस कोई भी और कोर्ट ना तो प्रेसिडेंट को ना चीफ जस्टिस को ये बोल सकता है कि अब आपकी ड्यूटी है कि अब आप उसको बदल के यहाँ रखें. Okay. Procedure of the court. The Supreme Court can, with the approval of President, make rules for the regulating general practice and procedure of the court. The constitutional cases or reference made by President under Article 143 are decided by a bench consisting of at least 5 judges. All other case are usually decided by a bench consisting of not less than 3 judges. The judgment are delivered by the open court. All judgments are by majority vote, but if differing, then judge can give dissenting judgment or opinion. That means procedure of court क्या था कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट जो है प्रेसिडेंट के अप्रूवल से दूसरे कोर्ट्स में किस तरीके की प्रोसीजर और प्रैक्टिस होनी चाहिए उसको सेट कर सकते हैं. मैंने आपको पहली स्लाइड में बताया कि दैट अ कोरम इज रिक्वायर्ड, जिसकी वजह से वो एडॉक जज रखा जाता है. तो आर्टिकल 143 के अंडर अगर प्रेसिडेंट कोई भी रेफरेंस करता है उस केस को या उस रेफरेंस को जज करने के लिए जो क्वोरम होगा उसमें एटलीस्ट 5 जजेस होने चाहिए, और अगर कोई और बाकी केस सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आते हैं तो उसके लिए नॉट लेस देन 3 जज का क्वोरम होना चाहिए. ओके, okay, so in this session I'm going to talk only up to here. In the next class I'm going to proceed further. Thanks for watching the video. Please hit the like button, subscribe and share. Bye bye.